Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Luck. Today we are going to learn about warm and cool colors for our art project. Now if you haven't seen me yet for art, I know you've already learned about the rainbow. And in today's art class, we're going to use the rainbow and look at how we can divide it into two groups called warm and cool colors. In art class, when we look at colors, we often use a special tool called a color wheel. When you look at this picture that I'm going to show you, look at how the colors are divided up into two groups. The red, orange, and yellow are in the group called warm colors. And then the green, blue, and purple are in the group called cool colors. While you're looking at this, remember you can always come back to it. And I also want to remind you when you're going through the video, at any time, remember to hit pause, especially when you're looking for your supplies. Here are the supplies you're going to need today. It doesn't matter if you use crayon, colored pencil, or marker, but you want rainbow colors. And you want something circular that you can trace around to make your sun. Or just try your best to make the best circle you can. When you're ready, grab your circle, put it at the top of your paper, and you're going to trace around that. Now, I like to hold the top firmly with my hand that I don't write with, and with my other hand, I trace around whatever it is I am using to make my circle. I did make a little mistake there, but remember, it's okay. We always make mistakes, and it's just going to become part of our artwork. Now you're going to notice I came down a little bit away from our sun, and I'm making squiggly lines. This will become the water in front of our sunset. So just go ahead and make your lines in whatever direction you want, but make wavy lines and sections because you want it to kind of look like water. Now the next part, we're going to start adding our rays for our sunshine. So as you're drawing, do you notice how my lines don't go straight down? I'm kind of putting them on an angle. Well, there's a little trick to this, and I'm going to show you right now. You can just make your lines, or you can try this little trick. You pretend that there's a little dot in the middle of your sun, and every time you want to make a line, you come out from that dot, and you also notice how I'm turning my paper. This makes my lines look like they're shooting out away from my sun in different angles or directions. Okay, so now I want you to grab your red, orange, and yellow, your warm colors. If you notice, I'm actually using the side of my marker to fill this in. And the reason I do that is I can fill it in faster and make a thick line. If you use the very tip of your marker, it takes a little line longer to color, but it does let you get into smaller spaces better. So on this top part with your sunshine, you are going to use all of your warm colors, your red, orange, and yellow. And you're just going to color things in and do any type of pattern or design that you would like to do. Now remember, as you're working, to work on craftsmanship. Craftsmanship means you take your time and you have pride in what you're creating. So if you notice, as I'm coloring, I'm trying to fill in all my white spaces. I'm coloring in the same direction. I'm taking my time and making it look nice and neat. That's what we call craftsmanship. As you continue to go, I want you to also think about what kind of patterns could you make later to add more detail to your artwork. After we're done, you're going to add some extra lines and shapes and designs to your picture to make it a little bit more detailed. All right, I want to show you something that happened. I was following the pattern yellow, orange, red, and then I realized if I followed that pattern, I'd have two yellow next to each other. And that's okay. But I decided to mix it up a little bit, and I decided to break this in half with a neat little design down the middle, and I colored half of it red and half of it yellow. Sometimes we make what we think are mistakes when we're working, but sometimes if we look at a different way, we can come up with something even better than we had planned at the beginning. All right, the next part of our picture, after I clean up some things here that I want to look a little better, we're going to go on to our cool colors, our green, blue, and purple. Now with this green color, you're going to notice that this time when I color, I'm doing really long, wavy lines. This actually is going to give a texture almost like it looks like a wave in wavy water. give it a try. See what you get. On the next one, when we do it in blue, I'm not going to do the wavy lines so we can see the difference between the two. As you're coloring these, I want you to listen to the reason why we call these cool colors. These are cool colors because we think of cool things when we use these colors. We think of grass and water. Those things make us feel cool, and that's why we call them cool colors. Now you're just going to continue to work and add any designs and patterns that you would like to your artwork. Okay, now I'm going to skip forward a little bit. You might want to pause this and do all your work, or just check out what I did. Here's where I ended up. Now at this point, I'm going to start adding some more details. I've colored everything in, and I'm just going to take a black marker this time. You could use anything you wanted, a crayon, a colored pencil. I just wanted to use black so you could see it better. On the first one, I just made polka dots. On this one, I'm making a bunch of little boxes or little rectangles all over. It just adds detail to my picture to make it a little bit more interesting. You don't have to add this. If you like the way your artwork was, go ahead and leave it the way your artwork was. I just wanted to add it to add a little extra pizzazz. All right, well, I'm going to keep going, and you can watch and get some ideas if you like with what I have. At the end of this, remember to send me a picture through my email. My email will be at the end of this, and I've also added a little video at the end to teach you a little bit more about warm and cool colors if you'd like to take a couple minutes to see that. I hope you had fun today. Bye.
Deja?
And I'm Jacob.
And this is ArtQuest! ArtQuest! Did you know colors have a temperature?
Like hot and cold?
Yes! For instance, my favorite color is blue. What kind of things does the color blue remind you of?
Blue reminds me of the ocean, nighttime, and polar bears.
Polar bears?
Well, the ice where the polar bears live is pretty cool there.
That's exactly right! Blues, greens, and purples are called cool colors because they remind us of things that are cool, like a lake, a night sky, or a field of grass.
Are there warm colors too?
There sure are. Warm colors includes reds, oranges, and yellows. You know, things that make us feel warm.
Like fire, the sun, and spicy peppers.
Exactly.
What colors are around you? Do they make you feel cool or warm?
Take a closer look because really, art is all around you.
For more activities, visit us online at frizkids.org.
This ArtQuest is made possible